Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The COVID-19 Supreme Committee decides to extend the closure of beaches and public parks in all governorates till further notice and bans all types of gatherings. His Excellency the Minister of Health affirms that the epidemiological situation of COVID-19 in the Sultanate is worrying due to the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. And Sultan Qaboos University Board of Directors approves a number of academic programs that aim to equip the graduates with latest knowledge and skills. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Supreme Committee entrusted to deal with the developments of coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic decided to extend the closure of beaches and public parks in all governorates of the Sultanate till further notice. Excuse me. It also affirmed that all types of gatherings at farms, winter camps and other places are also prohibited. The committee also recommended to avoid families' gatherings at houses and other private places. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, affirmed that the epidemiological situation of coronavirus in the Sultanate is worrying due to the increase in the number of affected cases since the mid of January and non-adherence by some people to preventive measures. He said during the 23rd press conference of the Coronavirus Pandemic Supreme Committee that the Sultanate has recorded 288 new infected cases and 4 new deaths. The number of admissions within last 24 hours reached 26, bringing the total number of patients admitted to health institutions to 142, among which are 42 in ICU units. He pointed out that the number of people who were vaccinated in the Sultanate till now amounted to 52,858. His Excellency Sheikh Rashid bin Ahmed Al-Shamsi, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Social Development, said that the rescue and shelter sector had taken steps to implement the decisions of the Supreme Committee regarding the institutional health quarantine for all arrivals to the Sultanate. He said that the first phase started by ordering those who came or who come via land borders to be under institutional health quarantine, adding that the rescue and shelter sector had provided quarantine places in cooperation with hotels in the 3 governorates, Dhofar, North Batana and Baremi. The second phase began with the decision of the committee regarding ordering all arrivals through land, air and sea outlets to be subject to institutional isolation on their expenses. The sector provided a guiding list of hotels to help arrivals in the Sultanate in choosing residence during the institutional isolation and coordinated with Civil Aviation Authority to order all airlines working in the Sultanate regarding hotel pre-booking. During the press conference, Dr. Saif bin Salim Al-Abri, Director General of Disease Surveillance and Control at the Ministry of Health, affirmed that the epidemiological situation or investigation showed that source of infection for registered cases in schools was the community resulted from non-adherence to wearing masks and physical distancing. He pointed out that vaccination of teaching staff will be conducted when the vaccine will be available in sufficient quantities. Dr. Salim bin Hamdan Al-Tamimi, a senior consultant specialized in pediatrics and allergic diseases at Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, stressed that all vaccines used against COVID-19 in Oman are safe with no complication on people, pointing out countries that started vaccination program witnessed a noticeable decrease in mortality and infection rates. Dr. Al-Tamimi said that if the vaccine could at least protect you from hospitalization, complication and death, it would be a reason enough to take the vaccine. Dr. Al-Tamimi pointed out that the vaccines used in Oman exhibit no serious complication on individuals who have taken the vaccine, and underscored that the vaccine is safe and effective without major differences between one vaccine over the other. Major Mohammed bin Salam al-Hashami from ROP Public Relations Administration pointed out that the community and private institutions have shown a great deal of degree of commitment to the preventive measures. Major al-Hashami said that Royal Oman Police is closely following up with the updates and decisions of the Supreme Committee, and all police headquarters in the governorates are implementing the decisions. He added that Royal Oman Police has recently established the Incident Center to receive all reports of COVID-19 violations from the community and other institutions. Major al-Hashami also pointed to the partnership with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Social Development to observe institutional quarantine procedures with travelers who arrived at the country. Primary courts in governorates of North Batna and Dhofar convicted this week 3 citizens for violating the Supreme Committee's decisions on COVID-19 and sentenced them to imprisonment for 3 months and a fine of 1,000 Omani riyals. The violations include not observing institutional quarantine procedures and not wearing masks in public places. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, received Timothy Lender King, United States Special Envoy to Yemen. During the meeting, they discussed the current developments in Yemen as well as the efforts exerted to end the ongoing war. Both sides stressed on the significance of solving the humanitarian crisis in addition to support the efforts to reach political settlement among all Yemeni parties through constructive dialogue and peaceful negotiations. Sultan Qaboos University's Board of Directors approved during its second meeting this year a number of academic programs that aim to equip graduates with latest knowledge and skills, in addition to the best research practices. The board approved the PhD program in Islamic Studies in the College of Education and the PhD program in Information Studies in the College of Arts and Social Sciences. The board also approved the restructuring of the MA program in Business Management in the College of Economics and Political Sciences and endorsed changing the MA program in Education Administration to MA program in Educational Administration and Leadership in the College of Education. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al-Mahrouqiya, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation, and SQU Board Chair. Oman oil price April 2021 delivery reached $64.88 per barrel. According to the Dubai Mercantile Exchange, Oman oil price rose by $1.55. The average price of Oman oil March 2021 delivery reached $54.78 per barrel, thus $4.79 higher than the price of February 2021 delivery. The State of Kuwait celebrates the 60th anniversary of its National Day, which falls on the 25th of February each year, amid developments and achievements in various fields. It is worth mentioning that the State of Kuwait played a great role towards achieving regional and international peace, in addition to enhancing the Gulf Cooperation Council March. It received international praise after the GCC summit, which was held in Al Ula city in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, the Sultanate and Kuwait are linked with strong ties and bilateral cooperation in a number of joint economic projects and other fields. The leadership of both countries are keen to further develop the good relations so as to achieve the aspirations of their people and venture towards modernization. The joint projects between the Sultanate and Kuwait include Duqm Refinery, as well as investments in fields related to commerce, industry, and energy. As the state of Kuwait celebrates its National Day, the people of this beloved country, Oman, extend their sincere greetings and best wishes of further progress and prosperity to Kuwait and its people. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. The COVID-19 Supreme Committee decides to extend the closure of beaches and public parks in all governorates till further notice and bans all types of gatherings. His Excellency the Minister of Health affirms that the epidemiological situation of COVID-19 in the Sultanate is worrying due to the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. And Sultan Qaboos University Board of Directors approves a number of academic programs that aim to equip the graduates with latest knowledge and skills. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. We would like to remind you once more to keep following the precautionary measures and wearing face masks, washing hands and keeping physical distance from each other. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.